Well, as we've talked about many times before in our program, much of Louisiana agriculture depends on migrant farm labor, particularly workers from Mexico. And despite how some might feel politically about the issue, the truth is many Louisiana farmers just can't find local labor to help them run their farms. While there have been some improvements over the last few years to the guest worker program that allows workers from Mexico to take ag jobs here in the U.S., the Obama administration has decided to roll back those advances. That leaves many Louisiana producers frustrated. Farm reporter Bill Sherman has details.
Without an immigrant workforce in this country, producers would have no way to get their crops from the fields to the table, whether it be lettuce from Santa Barbara County in California or strawberries from Tangipahoa Parish.
So U.S. workers are just not interested in these seasonal farm jobs.
Lee Wicker of the North Carolina Growers Association recently addressed a group of Farm Bureau members concerning farm labor and touched on the problems facing producers in the current laws regulating the H-2A guest worker program.
Yeah, there was a rule change on January 17, 2009, just before Obama went into office, that had been worked on for 18 months by Secretary Chow under the Bush administration that made significant improvements in the H-2A program. It had a market-based wage rate that was fair, had improvements in the transportation reimbursement requirements, and U.S. worker recruitment so that U.S. workers were protected. And so we were really excited about those changes that were going to allow growers to continue participating in the H-2A program and complying with immigration law. And the first action that Secretary Solis took when she was sworn in on March 13th was to notify everybody that she intended to suspend the rules and take them away from us.
Another issue for Louisiana producers and growers this year is the need for a new identification card in order for drivers to drive grain trucks into ports. The Transportation Worker Identification Credential, or TWIC, is creating a whole new set of problems for Louisiana producers. It's not the $132 price tag for the card that is the problem. The issue is that H-2A workers are not eligible for the card.
This past year, just during the wheat harvest and when it comes corn harvest, this is really going to be a challenge. We're going to be sending 3 times as many trucks to this port, and you know, it's going to be, if there's not a change, you know, we're going to have me and my brother probably circling around the port and somebody driving a truck to there, and you know, it's going to tie up one of us where we need to be watching everybody else. It's going to throw a big challenge into it for this.
So now add one more obstacle for Louisiana growers this year, the need for these new TWIC cards. Now, thanks to our government's tightening of security at ports, lines of 18-wheelers should be a lot more commonplace when harvest begins later this month. Reporting for This Week in Louisiana Agriculture, I'm Bill Sherman.
If you have questions about how to get a TWIC card for yourself or your employees, you can go to the Transportation Security Administration's website. You'll find a link on our website, twilatv.org. Remember, all drivers will need a TWIC card in order to enter ports this year.